Well, good morning, West Ham fans. Could it be a case of friends reunited at the London Stadium this year? Yes, everybody, Russ and West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. Happy Thursday. All downhill to the weekend. Obviously, England play in the quarterfinals against Switzerland. And also, if you live in the East London area, and you might want to get your hands on a free one of these, keep an eye on the channel. Keep an eye on our socials. Keep an eye on our Twitter, our Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, Facebook. You might be able to bag one over the weekend. Hashtag just saying. Just saying. Obviously, at lunchtime, we'll have the Rusty Rumour Roundup with the original rumour rating, the Rusty Rumour rating. But there are literally so many news, rumours, all this type of stuff that actually I thought I'd just take a couple and put them in this show. A bit of an amuse-bouche, bit of a starter, get a bit of a taste for some rumours in terms of the main course, which is the lunchtime show, and then you'll have dessert with Hammer's headlines. But these, I wanted to talk about some of the players. Spoiler alert, we've got over 150 players who've been linked with them. Congratulations. I really wanted to get a party popper, but I couldn't find it in time. Want to say congratulations to 150 players, and window hasn't even been open for more than 3 weeks, probably 2.5 weeks. But there are a few players who've been linked to who have worked with Lopetegui before, particularly during his time at Sevilla. One of them being Yusuf En-Nesyri, and someone that we spoke about proverbially. Obviously, even during Moyes, and I know it's a dirty word now, during Moyes' tenure, he had a hard-on for older Yusuf. Obviously, his most successful time was playing under Julen. So that rumour is still bubbling away, and that will still bubble away in the Ethernet, but I'm sure that is not a backup, but I'm sure it's plan B or C, although I don't know where Callum Wilson comes into it, but we'll talk about that at lunchtime. But another player has been added who played for Julen during his time at Sevilla, and he also is a Spurs player as well. And it could be a Reunion reunion, like the alliteration for that. According to the Spanish media outlet Diario AS, West Ham are hot on the heels. For Tottenham Hotspur fullback Sergio Reguilon. The Spanish defender is tipped for an exit from Spurs this summer, and West Ham, under new head coach Julian Lopetegui, appear to be front runners for his signature. We know that Kyle Walker has been linked with a move to London Stadium. That's very much still in discussion. Flynn Downs, who reported for pre-season yesterday, he is believed to be going the other way, whether that is with cash or one and the other, and you give yours and I give mine. I don't know how it's going to work, but it does seem to be some sort of deal being discussed there. But it does seem that Tottenham are actually actively trying to trim their squad. Obviously, Archie Gray. Yeah, Archie Gray. He's Archie Gray, isn't it? Yeah, he went to Tottenham for £30 million, but rather than inflate the squad even more, Joe Rodon went back to Leeds. He was on loan with them previously, I believe, as well. And they've actually 5 players have left so far at Spurs. Reguilon, who spent last season initially on loan at Man United and then came back and Spurs sent him out on loan again to Brentford, is expected to be the next one shown out the door. He's only 25. I thought he was older. I don't know why. But it's unsurprising that Julen is interested in him, particularly fueled by their past association. He managed him during Sevilla's Europa League victory season in 2019-2020, and that could prove decisive, although it does mean doing stuff with Spurs. Indeed. Apparently, Italian giants Juventus have also shown an interest, but Reguilón is apparently wanting to stay in the Premier League. Man United also still keen on him, although they sent him back, so don't know how that works out. But a reunion with Lopetegui could be an interesting proposition for Reguilón. He would produce much needed competition and depth at left back for the Hammers, that's for sure. Obviously, there's still a question mark over Emerson and his future in terms of if Roma and, I think Roma's the main sort of Serie A side interested in him. But they're still sniffing around for a left back. He may well be tempted to go back to Italy. Obviously, he spent his time in Italy as well. I don't want to see Emerson go, but it's good to see that we're having plans in place. We've been linked to a lot of left backs. Reguilón, again, it comes down to value, isn't it? I think, he's a decent player. He'd do a job. Doesn't necessarily excite me too much, but still a good age. You say 25. He's 4 years younger than Emerson, almost 5 years younger than Emerson, with Premier League experience, with European experience, though not in Europe next year. And, him coming in, maybe Kyle Walker-Peters coming in as well. That's freshened up our whole fullback situation. Obviously, Kyle Walker-Peters and me can play either flank. So he's very useful. But similarly, you could bring in Reguilón if we need to. We could push up Emerson into a more of a left wing position if we need to. Although it does seem that's one area we're definitely trying to bring bodies in. But let me know what you think. Again, I don't think every name we're linked with is going to be a oh my god moment. But in terms of building the squad, I think Reguilón will be a good squad player. I think he'll be a player who would provide competition for Emerson as well. He's got no competition at the moment, realistically. Aaron Cressel's not competition. I think Ollie's still a little bit green, so to speak. Ollie Scars in terms of being able, and obviously he was injured for a lot of last season as well. So it's not going to be him jumping straight into the first team at all. I still think of the right back situation. I still think Junior Robinson's for me, has a good shout. The likes of Dan Chester's have gone. The likes of, Ben Johnson's gone. I'd love to see Junior given a little bit of a run up. I just think he's a really good player, and we maybe might see some of him in pre-season, maybe. But anyway, let me know what you meet. We'll have the Rusty Rumour Roundup with the original Rumour rating. That'll be out at lunchtime, and then Hammers Headlines talking about Paqueta and also some of the bit of movement with the academy players as well, ins and outs. Anyway, apart from that, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. Keep the faith, my friends. I'll see you soon. Much love.